goodness, guys, guess what? Again, you already know I'm here doing something crazy. I have just completed a 6-hour and 14-minute drive from Stilts to Nzulezu. We are far out away from home, but I am coming to see the village on stilts. Yes, the village on the water. Now, I've been here before a long time ago, and it was a bit of a traumatic experience, but I felt like I've got the bravery and I'm back again because you need to see this. So you already know it's going to be an amazing travel with Drew. We're about to go on an adventure. Don't go anywhere. Maybe February 2019 that I came here. I mean, I wasn't dressed for the occasion. I was wearing a dress. Well, to be fair, I'm not wearing trainers again today, but I remember all of this. It was just crazy. But when I came the last time, they told us that there wasn't a paddle boat. No, it was a paddle boat. But today, this tour guide is telling me that they've moved on from that. They're more upbeat with the times and they have a motorboat. So let's see how it goes. And I'm hoping that they give us life jackets because the last time I didn't have life jackets too. Oh. We'll video you when I find that you're going to give me a good price. The last time I came to Nzulezu, this, as you can see, was the canoe that I sat in to go across this massive lake that we're about to go to. I told you it was a very traumatic experience, guys, but I'm back again to face my fears for you guys. Do we have enough life jackets? Yes. Good, because the last time I came, you guys didn't have any jackets. Okay, so we have got a life jacket, even though the last time Nzulezu didn't provide us with a jacket. And we have got a speed boat, which I'm hoping the motor doesn't stop halfway. Let's see if it's going to be worth my coming all the way back again.
He's Joshua.
Joshua.
On your going, you can feel free to ask him.
So you're going to give us a tour about the boats and history and everything. Okay. So now there's extra people that are joining the feed.
But why should they join when you are charging us for the boat ride? Why you were?
And so our journey begins. There was not this much greenery over here. We walked for ages because it was dry. This is a man-made canal.
So when the grass comes small, this canal will be dry. So when you go to the place, you don't pass here unless you walk this path.
Yes, exactly what I was saying. So the last time I came, we walked all of this way because there was no water here. We walked for like 15-20 minutes before we got back to the shore. So I'm actually happy that this time there's water. How deep is the water?
Yeah, let's say 4 feet.
Here is 4 feet. And the natural water?
Yeah, the main one, that one, 8 to 9 feet.
8 to 9 feet. Here we go. I remember this like it was yesterday. Just a year ago, this was empty. There was no grass, there was nothing, just the sky. I can't believe this. We are on our way to the village on water. You already found out that this is over 9 feet deep. That's taller than me. That's how close that's how low the canoe is. I can touch the water. Let me stay in the middle.
So we are now on the jungle village.
The what? The jungle. I remember this.
Here at first, now we use the paddle boat. When we reach here, you see some different kinds of animals.
Told you.
Animals like monkeys, crocodiles, alligators, pythons. Right now, because of the length of the boat, the lens suck them away.
Okay. Oh, wait, we've got some people that are coming.
That's the main river. And the name of this river is called River Amazon. Amazon means community water.
Okay.
And this river just flows to the sea at a place called Bakata. Nzulezu means water. Nzulezu means top. So on top of water.
Oh, Nzulezu, on top of water. In which language? In Zima. What's the youngest age that the kids learn to swim?
3 years.
3? Whoa. But it's true. The last time I came, I thought it was a big fish. But it was actually a 2-year-old swimming in the water. We're here. We are at the village on the Stilts. over here, guys. So as you can see, I wonder if this is like logs. Look at that. Homestay guest house. Would you ever stay there? We are now entering the village. I am on water, guys. Walking on water. I can see people live here. These are we're walking into people's houses, basically.
We are now on Nzulezu.
Okay.
That's the main street.
This is the main street.
That's Nzulezu Street. It's only one street here.
Okay.
That's Nzulezu Street. So on your way going, when you see a lane like this, each lane means one family.
Oh, wow.
The house over there is Roman Catholic Church.
This is a church. Okay, so we've got the Roman Catholic Church over here on the left. Right here, we are walking on a street. So every single left turn we take, left or right turn, means one family lives there, and that is one family's home.
And let me show you one thing here. The pillars in the houses, the down one step in the water, normally used to change them every 5 years.
You change these logs?
Yeah, the pillars in the houses, the down one step in the water.
Oh.
Every 5 years you have to change them.
Every 5 years. So how do they change it?
You step down the water.
So somebody will go under the water?
Yeah, here is not deep. So let's say 3 or 4 people. So you step down the water, hold one step, you plant like fufu, then it goes down.
Hey,
Yeah.
Underwater?
You're underwater.
Oh my goodness, you need to be a good swimmer for that.
You don't dig any hole.
Just pound, pound,
then
pound.
it goes down.
Whoa. We have little kids that are working. So by year 6, you should know how to paddle your boat yourself. Interesting. See, there's children under there, guys. Oh my gosh. We're on the streets. See, there's church here, there's school here, shops, everything. Is there a gym? Okay, we're about to go in for our history lesson. Now, the last time I came, I was too much in a hurry to go back because it was pitch black that I didn't even take time to listen to the history. So today, I got my notebook and my pen. I'm about to really find out what goes down in the village in the Stilts. The son of the chief of Nzulezu. How does it feel to be the chief's son?
I mean, no.
Okay.
Just human being.
Okay.
I'm Richard. You can call me by my local name as well, Nyameke.
What does that mean?
God gift.
Oh.
First of all, I'll brief you the history. And when I finish, if maybe you have questions concerning the history or questions about this village, you can let me know by the time I finish. It was started 14th to 15th century. Our forefathers, they were then living in Mali, peacefully on a land called Timbuktu. Yeah. The land was blessed with gold and other natural resources, which make our forefathers rich and also famous in a way. So one day the Senegalese, which is the Mendes, they came to do business with our forefathers. But looking at the idea that they came with, it wasn't good enough to convince our forefathers. So our forefathers turned down their offer and they left. But on their return, due to jealousy, the Senegalese people, which is the Mendes, they waged war against our forefathers. And during the war, they were killing our forefathers because our forefathers were not strong enough to fight against the Senegalese. 14th to 15th century, at that time, they do believe a lot in the spiritual God. So anything they do, our forefathers, they have to first consult the oracle. So our forefathers, they consulted the oracle, and the oracle demanded they should all vacate from the land since the Senegalese were killing them. At that time, there was no road that maybe car or motor can pass on, so our forefathers, they took their lead in the forest. What they did was that if someone forsake, what they have to do is first apply the herbs. If they give it to you and you're cured, they move on. If you die, they will find a place and bury you. As a result of that, a lot of people died, mostly the pregnant women. But from Techiman, our forefathers, they set up their journey to Esipon in the western region in Sekendi, Takoradi. For Esipon, our forefathers, they stayed for quite a long time. And later on decided to set up their journey because there was no longer peace. But this time around, our forefathers, they took their lead around the coast and they got to a place called Bakanta. When our forefathers got to Bakanta, they discovered that there was a river in the middle of the land, flowing to the sea. So they all decided to go to the forest, cut some big trees to make a raft. They made a lot of raft. If let's say you and your family, then you're on one raft. They did this once when all of a sudden our forefathers, they appear on this river, which is the Nzulezu River. But because of the direction of the wind, and also since our forefathers were then living on land, when they came to this area, they adopted a method of building the houses by laying their platform like this and using the leaves to complete it. But because of the direction of the wind, whenever they set fire before they realized all their houses were being burnt. So one day the linguist, which is Muga, he came to this area to do fishing. And when he came, he found out that here the wind is very calm, so it will be good for settlement. So he went back and reported to the king about the condition here. So the king ordered 2 of his elders to come and witness whether what maybe what the linguist said was true or not. And when they came to this area, the elders, they found out that what the linguist said was true. So they all left that place to this area. I mean, that was how our forefathers, they migrated all the way from Mali to Nzulezu here.
Mali?
Yeah, to Nzulezu here. And it was all the idea of the spiritual gods who guided our forefathers from Mali to this place. And also the structure of the spiritual god who guided our forefathers from Mali to Nzulezu here was in the form of a snail.
A snail?
Yeah. And,
a snail?
Yeah, and
wow.
Also the name of the king among them was King Tekrika. And the language that our forefathers brought was a Wetili language. But when our forefathers came, later on they went to the land to marry the Nzema women because they lost a lot of women on their way. But when the Nzema women came, they couldn't speak the language of Ewetili. So our forefathers decided to learn the Nzema language to the language of Ewetili, changing from this community. So now we are speaking the language of Nzema. We are also part of Jomoro constituency, and aside from that, we have a school here. From this place, your tour guide will guide you to the school. Meanwhile, our school starts from nursery 1 to primary 6. No junior high school in this village. Secondly, no clinic or hospital, and whenever our kids they get to junior high school, they have to paddle their own canoe to Benny, where people took your boat every school hours.
What did you call that place, Benin?
No, Benny. We have Benny and we have Benny. What I'm talking about is B-G-Y-I-N.
Okay.
Yeah, every school hours after closing time, then they come back. And even our nursery to primary 6 here, a lot of challenges concerning the issue of lack of teachers and also about our school structure. I'm done with the history, but also our challenges we are facing. But if maybe you have questions, you can let me know. Thank you for listening.
So, how many people live on this village?
Now we are around 510 population. But the main reason when you come at this time, you will not see a lot of people around is that our main occupation here is farming activities.
Farming.
Yeah, so every morning they have to move. The ladies here do the cropping of cassava and the rest. But for the main aspect, they do the distillation of local gin, which is the alcoholic drink, and they do it in the forest. For us,
alcoholic drink.
For us, we use the raffia palm nuts and the palm trees. For instance, we use the raffia branches. And normally fishing is seasonal, so when it gets to the rainy season, that is when you see a lot of people participating in fishing activities. But for now, if you go what you and your family can use it to feed yourself, you can get it. But unlike the rainy season that you can decide, okay, because at that time we get a lot of fish, that you can decide, okay, let me take you to the nearby villages and sell it.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
But how did you say your name was?
Azuwa Nyamike.
Meaning?
God gift.
God's gift. You truly are God's gift to Nzulezu. Thank you.
Welcome.
After hearing all the history about Nzulezu, we then got taken on a tour of the village. We saw the schools, the shops, where they live, the churches, all on water.
The foundation of the new school over here. Is there still water here? No. So they just did the pound. Wow. Cemetery behind the school.
Bury somebody on the land.
But at least it's on land, so the bodies don't wash away. Okay, so my chariot has come. We are going right back to land. back to the town. That was in Nzulezu. I mean, guys, I had to come and show you the village on stilts in Ghana. An amazing, interesting experience, but they do need your help in terms of, you know, supporting the people in the village, the schools, and all of that good stuff. I mean, there is a guest house, but I think I'm ready to go back to Takoradi. Thank you. Oh, yeah, you could definitely have that back. I'm glad I had one this time. Imagine the last time I did that whole journey without a life jacket. But I'm so happy that I've done it, completed, and Nzulezu off the list.
Doing 4 hours drive, guys.
We're back again.
The monster.
Road trips. Guys, I'm Richie's big sister, okay? Mess with him, you mess with me, I got him, alright? You don't want no war in me, is it there? No.
Mama,
She can't answer.
I said you mama.
But I don't want it. What is this?
Turkey berry.
Madam, turkey berry.
Hey, black beauty.
Oh, I have kinky.
Black beauty.
It's okay. Thank you so much.